up? It's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out Lineal Boxing TV with Bertie. Don't miss it. The man is fantastic. He even tell you about, look, he got the best looking guy ever boxed, the best fighter power ever, right here.
Steve Bird, Lineal Boxing TV, back again with Pete Mercer. Pete, firstly, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
You have a nice Christmas?
Yeah, it was really nice. I was in Thailand with my wife, so we had a really nice time.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. That looked lovely and I was stuck in.
It was nice.
Those infinity pool pictures were really...
It was something special.
Did you do any training out there as well? It's a big, massive place, isn't it?
I was going to go and train with this gentleman, this American guy at Tiger.
Yeah.
I liked his style, and I booked in with him, and the day I got there, I got a bike ride. I went down there and he had broke his hand on a burglar.
On a burglar?
On a burglar. Someone broke into his house and he sent me a picture of his fist. It was huge. So I never got to train with him, so I just carried on with my holiday.
Let's get straight to it. April 6th.
Yes.
Next Contenders fight night?
Yes, really excited. Over to you.
Over to me. How many fights have you got actually signed and done now?
11.
11. How many fights do you want to put on the show?
I reckon I'll be able to do 18, 19.
18 show, okay. That's a big, yeah.
But the thing is, it's all down because I've got a good network, good friendships with coaches, and I've got lists and lists and lists of people. I'm just trying to make if I put two people together, it takes a few days for it to get through to the coaches and for the fighters to agree. So I'm in that stage of stuff, and then get photos of people, then put posters out. But coaches, everyone involved, I want to say thank you, because the coaches and the fighters obviously make a show. I just pull it all together and put the show on. But it's thank you to the coaches who work with me.
Just been chatting to Mr. Davison.
Yeah.
That's against Mr. Spooner.
Yes.
That looks like a really interesting fight.
It's amazing. So on paper, it's a big step up for Matt, but Matt he trains hard and he's taking it seriously. He wants to see how far he can go. And Tom is a big name, especially around here. And he's a bit taller than me. He's got a great right hook.
Where's he train out of?
He's at Maximus now.
Okay, yep.
Maximus guys are going to whip him into shape.
Yeah, good gym.
Yeah, superb gym. So big shout out to Maximus. As always, big shout out to you guys. And Tom's got good head kicks.
Yeah.
Good power in there. Good right hooks. He's knocked people out with his right hooks. He's very good in the heat of the moment. Matt's got to be on his A game.
Yeah.
And it's a test for Matt, and Matt's ready for the test. And I'll make sure he's, it's my coach. It's my job as coach to make sure he's ready. And it only takes one mistake against these big guys, and Tom presents that threat. One shot, and it's over.
You have to be on it every second, don't you?
100%. No slacking.
Any other fights you want to sort of mention? You have a main event?
Yeah, so the main event is Brendan Moore. He was due to fight the main event last time, but he broke his hand. And he's fighting Keith Ellis, which is just going to be amazing. Brendan Moore is 10-2. Keith Ellis, I'm not sure of his record, but he's got a similar experience, but he's fought in jiu-jitsu, does the jiu-jitsu competitions, the MMA, and the boxing. And he used to be like 115, 20 kilos of Mr. strongman stuff.
Yeah.
Now he's just a chiseled specimen, and he looks robotic until you move with him. And I've moved with him. He's very slick.
Deceptively, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think he'd be like, but no, he can move, and it's an absolute. I'm really, really chuffed with myself.
Yeah.
With this fight.
And I've got to say, I'm not saying it because you're here, Pete. You've given me the little bit of a bug. I watched that show and I thought, I've still got a little bit left. So. I think you've got me a match-up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bird is fighting one of my guys, Bradley Roberts. Now, Steve is going to bring a big crowd. Steve's a lovely guy, and all his crowd are going to be lovely people. Same with Mr. Roberts' crowd. They're all they take over the place in a very kind of friendly way. And it's just going to make for an absolute blinding experience for everybody there. It's going to be a good fight. Andy Franklin, a mutual friend, has told me that you are an absolute handful, but you're very humble. So we're going to see.
I wouldn't listen too much to what Andy Franklin says.
I'm going to listen to him. So Roberts is he likes to move. Apparently you're a bit of a tank. So it's going to make for an entertaining fight between two lovely fellas.
What are all his weaknesses, please, Pete?
Right. Yeah. I'll write you a list and give it to you. cut that out so Brad doesn't see it.
Do you know what? I watched his last fight, and I promise I'm going from 0 to 60. Like I said to you before, I need to lose a ton of weight. He's very good, but do you know, I've got something in me. I think I've just got one last thing to let's prove. But it's
that's amazing.
That show you did. I was watching it. I was thinking, look, listen, I've got one more in me, I think, and then I'm 40 now. He's fast. He's strong. He's quick. So I've got my work cut out. But I love that. I love.
Much respect.
I love fighting as a bit of an underdog. So he seems like a lovely guy. So you won't get no trash talk off me.
I've seen some of your fights, mate. It's a fair bout.
Yeah. So
you'll get it back.
Yeah. Any other fights?
Right, I've got lady fights. You interviewed Tasha. She's fighting a lady called Lara. And ladies, the pool of women is small, and the heavyweight ladies, it's hard to get your hands on them ladies. So it's a perfect matchup. And Lara, I know personally, she used to train here. That's a good fair bout. My mind has just gone totally blank. But I do have, and we're just waiting on confirmation from another K1 bout, which is really exciting, really good. I can't remember the card. I'll have to post it later. But there's some. Okay, so in this area we have got Journey to the Top, which Matt Davison is fighting on. That's over in Windsor with James Reedman. We have got in this area CSL Fight Club and Against the Ropes, a new show. So there's lots of good, healthy competition, and they're all like good in their own rights, you know. So, gentlemen, big shout out to you guys. Ali Wahid, CSL. We just spoke earlier today. Wish you all the best with your show, right? Aaron Green, Glenn McCormack, wish you all the best with yours. Steve, I wish you all the best with yours. It's healthy competition, and all it does is make me think, with all these shows popping up, I just need to up my game, and that's what it is. It's healthy competition that's going to make me want to put on a better show.
Going back to that last show, Pete, was there anything you'd have done different after you've sat back? Because they're hard work you put in. I watched a little bit behind the scenes.
As far as the show goes, no, the little tweaks have been made with the venue, just to accommodate more bar staff and stuff, so the VIPs get looked after. That's all been tweaked. I'm going to increase the floor capacity because now the show's been out there and people have seen it. I've only had good feedback, so I think it's going to be a bit busier. But from my point of view, I'm not just sitting there running a show, I'm sitting there coaching all my guys.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like a double workload, and by the end of it, I just had to, I think I drank 2 gin and tonics in world record time to switch off. So I do take the moment in, but I'm too conscious. I've got the trust of my guys, and I've got to look after them, and I've got to make sure the show's running smooth. So I've got a full plate that day, but I still take it in. I remember looking around like, I'm really proud of myself. Yeah. And all the team around me, I was chuffed.
We have Mr. Waterman back.
Yes, he's on.
Okay.
Graham Waterman's on as the MC.
And Dave Dugan refereeing again?
Yes, thank you very much for coming back, fellas. The setup's pretty much the same, apart from you, my friend, are going to be in the ring, but your dad will be doing the filming.
I'll be filming it again. I've got one of my mates to do little backstage interviews as well, so hopefully I can do an interview afterwards and I can buy Bradley a pint, win, lose or draw.
Amazing. I'll be joining you after the show's done for a pint as well. Yeah.
Any last things you need to add, Pete? It's exciting. It's coming around quick, isn't it? It's going to come like 10 weeks now, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be around quick. I just want to thank my sponsors. So I've got Cattle Steaks, been with me from day one. Amazing steaks. CTS, these are the guys that look after like Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. This is James Brown and Anthony Rimmer. And I want to thank Ocha Branding, which do all these lovely hoodies. So they're new on the scene as well. And I just want to thank you as well for giving us guys the exposure.
No, I enjoy it. It's great. It's going to be a really, really good night, isn't it? It's going to be a cracking night.
I'm looking forward to it. And everyone who came to the last show, if you enjoyed it, just spread the word, because there's a lot of work that goes into these. And I'm very grateful for everybody who comes. Anybody, like I said, there's so much choice for where people can go and fight. And when I get a list of 40 plus fighters, it makes me feel like I'm doing something right. And I want to say thank you to everybody who comes along.
Just reiterate as well, Pete, how much did you raise for your charity as well?
£1,100, and then another 100 from one of my clients, so £1,200.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah,
can you explain a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, so it's the same format for this show. NWSS, the school, all of the schools that are around here. If you're misbehaving, you get kicked out of mainstream school and you go into Kingsway, Northwest Short Stay School. and I have them in 4 or 5 times a week, and there's plenty of charities out there that we could do stuff for, but I've got a soft spot for these kids. I can relate in some way, and I think I'm in a real privileged position to, when they misbehave at school, I get called to go in and speak to them. Today was a bit of a ruckus, like they were messing around at school, and I get called to go in. They listen to me, and I'm very grateful to be in that position. And I think it's nice to do something positive for them, like whatever they want to put the money to, like a day out or buy new equipment or new sports gear. I feel pretty happy to be able to do that.
Lastly, we had a sportsman bet on Tyson Fury.
Oh, I can't remember what it was.
I got the draw.
Did you?
That's the one thing we didn't do it on. Any particular fights coming up at the moment you're sort of interested in? We can have a little more of a bet on.
I think the girl's going to beat Eubank.
Oh right, okay. My money's on Eubank. Another sportsman bet. We'd love to do something decent for this one.
I'll be there for that. Will you be there for that?
Hopefully you'll be there. Do you know, I've got a little bit of a soft spot for Eubank Jr.
So do I.
I wish he starts listening to people now.
Yes.
He's got bags of talent, he gets tons of grief. I don't think everyone I've ever met that spoke about him says he's a good guy.
I've met Mr. Eubank, so
a good guy.
I doubt you'll ever watch this, but I'm a massive fan of his.
Yeah.
I just think he struggles against good movers, good footwork, and especially like De Gale's got, if he can put that good footwork together, I think De Gale wins.
De Gale is such an underrated fighter, so slick.
Yeah.
But he's had a couple of big injuries, and I don't know. If Eubank Jr.'s listened and puts everything, he's got bags of talent.
Yeah.
I just wish. I don't know. Look, I don't know him, but
I don't know him either. I met him. He was super nice
guy. And
I like to see him win, but I think De Gale's going to take it.
It's just like Eubank Jr. If he sort of did a little bit of PR on himself, come across a little bit more humble, and I don't know. I just think he's got his. I don't know.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
That's a good fight. That's a good one.
It's a really good fight.
What else have we got?
Canelo and Jacobs.
That's a corker, isn't
I'm
it?
going to go for Jacobs.
No, okay, it's another one.
It's just going against me.
And who do you think Anthony Joshua's going to fight next?
Probably Gerald Miller.
Oh, I see.
I'd like to see Dillian White I'd like to see Dillian White accept an offer to take the fight. I don't know if it's going to happen.
He's improved so much, Dillian White, as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's sort of like that knockout of Derek Chisora to carry that power into the last few rounds as well.
I get it.
It's a big thing.
The thing is, word is he's getting offered like $4 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, but I can see why on a principal basis, if it generating whatever it is, generating like 50,
money,
60, then it's only a fraction. He wants, I don't know. It's a lot of money, man. I'd fight King Kong for that. Wouldn't you?
Probably.
Yeah, too right.
I'd fight for 400 quid at the moment, Pete. Lastly, thanks again so much for your time.
Thank you for your time.
What I'm going to do is 11 weeks coming up, so I'll come in every so often. We'll do a little interview with the boxers. I'll try and get the load down on Bradley, see if I can get any
for sure.
Any hints and tips.
Come in with disguises and stuff.
No, but we'll promote the hell out of it. 'Cause it's an absolute, like I say, I'm not saying it because you're just here, but this is the reason why I wanted to come back. I wanted to come back on a good show. There's so many about, but everyone, Pete, it was fantastic. I think this one will raise the bar. So
thank you very much, sir.
All like I say, everyone that knows me or wants to see me get knocked out, buy tickets off me. It will be a great night, and I always come entertaining. So be a real good night, Pete.
Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated.
Cheers, mate.